Welcome to our Journey Effect. It's so nice to be back together. Oh, my goodness. And doing some wonderful things in the kitchen, right?
Yes, very exciting.
Oh, yes. So today we're doing a little dinner party for about 50 people. And so we are going to feed them some street tacos. So what we're starting with is a ceviche. And then that's going to be followed by a green salad with a cilantro lime dressing.
Yes.
And then we are going to have street tacos that are going to be topped with cabbage, onion, and some cilantro, and squeeze a little bit of lime over the top.
Over some nice, tasty shredded pork.
Yes, so good. And we are also serving for dessert Mexican brownies with an orange liqueur glaze.
Ugh.
Okay, so now we're going to start on the ceviche. Okay. So you start out with your shrimp, your crab, cucumber, red onion, limes, tomatoes, ketchup, and clamato. Perfect. So now we're going to just start cutting everything up and getting them into the bowl.
All right, so we're going to pour a little bit of our shrimp into the bowl here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to grab some of the crab.
Yep.
And I like to make just
just cut it up into
small little pieces.
They'll be beautiful that way in the appetizer glasses that we have.
Yes.
To put them in. They'll fit in there nicely.
Crab in there.
Throw our cucumber in there.
Okay. And then we're just going to cut it.
How do you usually cut that?
So I normally cut the cucumber in half, and then I will take my half piece and I will cut it again in half so I can make some nice long cuts here.
Gotcha.
Between 2 and 3 cuts,
Okay.
and then I just try and make little small dices here because we want little small bite-sized pieces.
Right.
Because we really want the crab and the shrimp to be the stars.
Absolutely. Yeah, so just small pieces of the cucumber.
We'll put just a little bit of the half in here. Okay, and then we're going to take our onion.
The onion, And how do you cut that?
Again, I just cut, we had a very large onion. I cut in half. And I will just start making little slits.
Okay.
Again, to make small little pieces.
So you're just going to dice up the red onion.
Correct. We're going to dice it all up.
And you typically use red onion in this?
Red onion, yes.
Okay.
Because the yellow and the white, you know, you don't want it too sweet. You want it a little really crisp kind of taste to it. And you're going to make just small little dices, a couple of good shreds, and we'll just throw that in there as well.
That's starting to look really pretty. Look at all the colors in there.
I know.
I love that.
All right. Then we're going to take our nice tomatoes, slice off the tops, and again, just cut it in half, and then I just kind of cut it into little quarter pieces. And then I just make, again, small little dices.
That is absolutely beautiful.
It's very pretty, isn't it?
It is. It's a nice colorful dish. And then we're going to put these into martini glasses.
Correct.
So they will look really nice in there.
Very fancy.
Very. Well, that's us.
Yes, fancy fish.
Fancy fish. Oh, we should have named our company that.
Fancy fish. Okay, so basically we're going to take our lime, and I like to roll them around because you really want to release the juices.
So, you know, a lot of people don't know that.
I know. So you roll it around until you kind of feel it nice and squishy. And then we're just going to
Makes it juicier.
slice it in half. And then we're just going to squeeze the lime juice right over our delicious little melody here. Okay, then we're going to add just a little bit of ketchup because we want to have a little bit of a red sauce. So we're just going to kind of...
And I've heard some people use seafood sauce. Do you prefer that ketchup and the clamato to?
You know, I prefer the tomato and the clamato. Because the seafood, depending on who makes it, sometimes it's a little too spicy or even has a little bit more of a fishy kind of taste to it. So, and we're going to add just a little bit. Perfect.
Nice.
And then we'll grab a spoon. All right, so now we're just gonna give it a quick stir.
Oh my gosh.
Get all that.
So beautiful.
Want to break up some of that onion pieces and everything too.
Okay, so if people wanted to make it a little spicier, do you like yours a little spicier?
I do like mine a little spicy.
So I was thinking that if we wanted to make it a little spicier, we could add a jalapeno.
Perfect.
Right? And how much of this would you use in that?
Well, if I was making as much as we're making today, I would use probably the whole jalapeno.
Okay.
I'm very daring, so I would go full seeds.
Yes, she is very daring. She would. But me, I would only do half. And the other thing I think I would use would be Slap Your Mama. I love me some Slap Your Mama, right? We've used this in other videos too, but we really like this. I use it on everything. This is like other people put salt and pepper on their table. I like slap and pepper on my table.
All right, now that we've mixed it all up and we've let it sit for a little bit and marinate, we are going to now fill them into our nice little martini glasses to get them ready for our appetizers for our dinner tonight.
All right.
All right, so we have our lovely little glasses here and we're ready to serve.
Okay, so now we're going to start on our cilantro lime salad dressing to go on our salads tonight, to go with our dinner.
Perfect.
So we're going to need cilantro, obviously, jalapeno, garlic, a fresh lime, a little bit of ranch dry seasoning. Okay. You can use a packet or you can use 2 spoons out of a big jar.
Okay.
And some salsa verde goes in. And then a little bit of milk and mayo at the very end.
All right.
So we're going to get started on that right now. Okay, so we're going to start by cutting up our cilantro. So we're going to have to probably cut it like that, and then we're going to have to chop it a little bit to make it a little bit smaller.
Yep.
Okay, so for this one, I want to take the seeds out of the jalapeno.
Okay.
So we'll put the jalapeno in. Yeah, so just little pieces on that, and then
Okay, and we'll just bunch it all together like that.
Perfect. Just chop it a little bit, maybe like we did with the cilantro, just to get a little smaller
Ooh,
pieces.
I'm getting a little of the spice in the back of my throat here. And that's not even with the seeds.
Okay, so we'll add those in there. All right, perfect.
All right, and what is next?
Our garlic.
Okay. We have 2 cloves here.
Yes. Smash them to release the flavor, and then we're just going to cut them up in little pieces. Very nice. Okay.
Good little chop there.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to squeeze our lime in there, roll it around and release those juices. So when we get this all put together, it's actually going to go in a blender or in a NutriBullet and blend it all up and make it creamy.
Okay.
And it's going to be a creamy salad dressing. So next we'll add a little bit of ranch dressing.
Okay.
Or ranch seasoning, actually. So you can use either one whole packet or you can use a couple of teaspoons. There we go.
Nice sprinkle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine because we're going to just kind of stir it up and then we're going to put it in our NutriBullet. So.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm so bad because I don't measure. So we're just going to pour some.
That's okay.
We're just going to pour some of the salsa verde in there. There we go. Yep.
That looks good.
Okay, a little bit of mayo. Easy. Okay, that should be good. Okay.
This is looking really good.
Yes, it is.
All right.
All right, so now we'll add a little bit of milk in there.
Okay.
All right, that looks good. And we're going to put it in our NutriBullet.
All right, and I'm just gonna stir and mix this around here.
Okay, so we'll just pour it into our cylinder. Carefully, right?
Yes.
I don't need sideboards here. All right. All right, that looks good. Okay, put the lid on nice and tight. My little NutriBullet gets quite the workout. Okay, all right, so we're gonna blend this puppy up. Look at all that. Ready? This thing's loud. Let's go. Move it back to the little. Isn't that beautiful?
Excellent.
So now we'll assemble a little salad over here and make sure that we have this just the way we like it. Oh, I think they're going to enjoy this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And look how easy that was. So earlier this morning, I put a pork butt into the crock pot to make pork tacos for tonight. That's going to go with our dinner. This is an 8-pound pork butt.
Okay.
And I cooked for 8 hours, so about an hour a pound.
Okay.
And so this recipe was given to me by my son before he passed away. I wanted to be sure, because he always had so many compliments on these tacos when he made them. I wanted to be sure that I could do it.
Okay.
They don't taste exactly like his, but they're pretty darn close. I think he'd be pretty happy.
All right. I think that's
right.
good.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Very beautiful.
All right. Now we're going to get a couple of forks and shred them. So now we're going to shred these. I'm going to get some of those pieces of fat out of here.
Okay.
We're going to just take a couple of forks, a traveling bowl.
Yep.
And we're just going to shred them up. Look how easy that shreds. Isn't that perfect? All right. There's our street tacos. So we're going to assemble a couple of our tacos just to show you how to do this. And Clyde's going to cut up just a little bit of cilantro. We're going to cut a little wedge of lime. That should be good for just a couple of tacos here.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to add, first we're going to add a little bit of our pulled pork. Yes. Perfect. Cilantro and cabbage to the top. Okay, this is really making me hungry now.
Okay. A little cilantro.
A little onion.
And a little white onion.
Yep. And then we're going to just serve them with a little wedge of lime so that if they prefer to have a little lime on top of it, that's okay.
And then our little
Lime. And there we go. Okay, so now we're going to start on by making a glaze for these Mexican brownies that I baked the other day. So in order to make this orange liqueur glaze that we're going to make,
What are we going to need?
you're going to need some powdered sugar,
Excellent.
yay, and an orange,
Okay.
because you're going to grate that orange peel into there, and you need orange liqueur. We're not going to measure it, we're just going to pour and taste.
All right. Well, let's get
Are
started.
we good with that?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start with our powdered sugar.
Excellent.
So I'm just going to pour some in here. Looks good. We'll eyeball it. Then we're going to take our little zester.
Okay.
And we're just going to put it over the bowl. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to zest the orange and peel into there. Now we're going to pour in our liqueur. So now we're just going to dump and pour until we get the desired consistency. that we might need. So we'll put some in and we'll stir it and we'll see where we're at.
Okay. And the zest will give it a little extra texture.
Yes. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm. And you can really smell the liqueur.
And the orange.
Mm-hmm.
That looks so good. I think that's about the consistency we want. Okay, so now we're going to drizzle a little bit of the glaze on top of the brownies. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. And voila, now we have Mexican brownies with orange glaze liqueur sauce on them. We've had a great time in the kitchen today, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We have. We have made so many different things and they all turned out so beautifully. I think that our guests are going to be so impressed when they see what we have done. And if you happen to like what you saw today, we're hoping that you will subscribe to our channel, A Journey Through Wine and Food. And I will have a link to our book that you can click on and purchase. And we hope that you'll buy one for yourself and a copy for everybody in your family. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.